before I get to that, one thing is that we do not watch spoilers. Okay, I don't look at spoilers because me personally, I feel like that takes out the enjoyment of actually being surprised and watching the episode and getting caught in just the whole landscape and mindset of, oh, I gotta see what's about to happen. So I don't watch spoilers. I'm not really a big fan of doing that.
What's going on, my Saiyan Elite? This your boy SSLJ.
What's going on, my Uchiha Brethren? It's your boy Infinite Payne.
And we'd like to welcome you to the same
Uchiha
Alliance Podcast, episode 1.
Boruto episode 29 was, in my opinion, fantastic. All right, so we had more knowledge on the Hidden Mist Swordsman. Okay, we found out that they actually plan to have a coup d'etat against the current Mizukage, okay, Chojuro. In my opinion, the episode was solid. I enjoyed everything that came into the episode, everything that they told us and brought out. I like the crew, especially because I feel like each crew member honestly fits each weapon perfectly. And obviously with the Hidden Mist Swordsman, that, you know, finding the right swordsman for each sword is of course is an important thing. But with that, them going against the village and the Mizukage is, in my opinion, I think that's a good way to start things off with the group, just because of the intensity that we have heard so much about the group. Okay, so going back to Naruto real quick, in Naruto, you didn't really hear much about the swordsman up until maybe a little bit into closer to the war. That's when you started getting a little bit more information about him, and then after that, everyone got resurrected, okay? After everyone was resurrected, then you had the swordsman come back. Not all of them had their weapon. Well, I think one of them didn't have their weapons, but everybody else had their weapon, and we saw how awesome and how fucking powerful they were, to the point where, like, they were pretty much hard to stop. You basically had to two-man them and have a group of 15 behind you just to get one or two. So with this new group, since we didn't grow up with the old swordsman, but we're getting this new generation of kids, I'm hoping that with them, we get to see how powerful they become over the course of Boruto. And I think in the long run, that's how everything's going to work out. But until then, I think that this is a dope group. Now, going into this, what I would like to see is I would like to eventually see the swordsmen, if they do the right thing with them, I hope to see them either leave the village in the future, just on how they're having their presence set now, going against, once again, the Mizukage and all the good jazz. I'm hoping that they eventually leave the village and start either recruiting people, or they're going to be that destruction team, okay, like how the Sound Ninja 4 was for Orochimaru. I'm hoping that that's the setting that they're going to be put in, so that way they can be, even though they're still part of the blood mist, I really want them outside of there, because just the way they're having it right now, I'm going to hate it if we're going to sit in Boruto and we're going to watch the swordsmen be like this, and then 10 episodes down the line, all of them have a change of heart, and then now they're all for the village. And I'm not going to hate that, because now you're taking away the whole premise of what the swordsmen are. You're taking away the ferocity, okay, the intensity of just how they are. And even though only, like, Kagura is not really, I'm not going to say much like them, just because he's more calm. He's more calm, collected, but we all know that, you know, he has the fourth of Mizukage's blood in him. But I'm not going to really say that he really fits with the crew of people who are the swordsman, but I feel like he could if they develop his character right. That's, in my opinion, that's one thing that they probably could do, is develop these guys so well that either they can become that next powerful team that people should fear, or they're just going to kind of make them, they're going to make them strong and powerful, but they're not going to really do much with them, and I'm hoping that's not the case. Now, I'm hoping Sadara and whoever she's fighting, I hope to get a little Sharingan action, okay? I'm hoping that they have her be so focused on concentration, because this is exactly what they did with Sasuke. So now, I'm hoping that that's going to be either the same premise with Sadara, so I can see that progression of, okay, they're actually going to focus on her Sharingan, because the Sharingan when it comes to Uchiha is extremely important. And the fact that they've already given it to her means that they put thought in it, and they're going to go somewhere with it. But I want to see some more development within her Sharingan, so that way I know that they, like, you know, make her live up to the Uchiha name, because you remember, we don't have weak Uchihas, okay? We don't. Just like Madara say, like he hates, like how Madara hates weak Senjus, I hate weak Uchihas. So therefore, I don't want her pushed to the side to focus on anybody else. I want you to give everybody their just dues, and she's included in it. Okay. Now, a fight with Boruto and Kagura. I'm excited for the fight, but that's not what the fight I really want to primarily focus on, because I too much don't care for it, because this is how it's going to go. You're going to have Boruto, you're going to have him fight the dude he just met, who he's become kind of friends with, or you can call him friends, and then this person has a bad history, so therefore Boruto finds him. Boruto finds out about his bad history. Now Boruto's going to be like, okay, well, I have to try to change this person, or let him become my friend, or do something to the point where I have to change his life or his aspect of his personality in some form or fashion, because I feel like I need to. I don't want to see that, because that's all the shit Naruto did, okay, in Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and I couldn't stand it. So if Kagura is going to be with the 7 Hidden Mist Swordsmen, I want them to leave him there and let him be in that group. Like he needs to adjust to how ferocious the group is. I'm not saying he has to go back to when he slashed old boy, but I'm saying like the attitude and the presence that he has, it needs to be brought with the swordsman, because I find it odd to have these 6 people who are ferocious, who look like they're about to fuck some people up, and then you have Kagura who just kind of looks like he's just there. We know he's powerful because he has a sword, but he doesn't look like he wants to be there. So I'm hoping that with this Boruto fight, they don't go ahead and make Kagura the good old person that everybody wants to be. I want him to be I want him to be 100% dedicated fully with the swordsman, so he can be the best swordsman that he can be. Boruto, I hope he whoops Boruto's ass, and then he goes off, and with swordsman they continue their day, and then Boruto learns his lessons, because I don't want Boruto to turn every single person he meets, because then you're just Narutoing it, and I don't want that. I want Boruto to lose some people to where he doesn't get people on his side, and then I also want Boruto to get some people. This Kagura is not one of those people who needs to get turned over. He needs to keep Kagura with the swordsman, let it be known. Okay, stay there. Now, with the Mizukage, I don't know how he's going to get out of that situation. I want to see that dearly. Because I'm looking at it as, you have 3 motherfuckers who don't like you. Who really don't like what you're doing to the village. And think about it, if they're planning a coup d'etat, and I'm not saying that they can't do it, it's going to be harder for them. And the only reason I say that is because how Sugetsu had said, okay, they don't have actual war experience. Now, they can carry the swords, they can work with them, but it doesn't mean that they're actually able to use them to the point to where they could actually, overturn a village or a country. How, they said that the old swordsmen could do. You could send them, and them alone, they could take over a village, they could destroy a crap ton. So I don't think they're there yet. But you have to think about it, back then, when those swordsmen were growing up, war was happening all the time. So they got plenty of that. Right now is the time for peace. And I think that's the perfect time for them to really mold the swordsmen and make them they can put their presence or their essence known that, oh, we have an upcoming new group of swordsmen that's going to be fantastic, and they're going to whoop ass and whatnot. So for the Mizukage, I don't see how he's going to get out of this position. Now, granted, remember, he used to be a sword holder, but now he's not. My only thing is, I want to know what he can do without his sword, because ever since we met him back in Shippuden, once they had the 5 Kage Summit, we really did. I'm pretty sure we saw him before that, but at the 5 Kage Summit where we primarily saw him, he had his sword. Then all through the war and all that jazz, we saw him develop with the sword. So I really haven't seen him do anything without the sword, so I'm trying to figure out what could he possibly have to get out of the situation. He just has the one sword. Now, I'm not saying his skills are gone. I just want to see how he's going to get out that situation, just because...
He's got Mitsuki.
Huh? Yeah. He has Mitsuki, but I'm saying, I don't know, once Mitsuki gets there, I'll see what happens. And I'm pretty sure that in that form or fashion, he's going to help him and whatnot. But for right now, until I see Mitsuki there, I don't know exactly, how he's going to get out of that situation. But with all that being said, I thought Boruto was a solid episode. I can't wait for the next episode, so that way I can really get some of my answers, some of my questions answered. with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to the Super episode, which was also live as shit. So I'm going to switch it over to my boy SSLJ, and he's going to explain to y'all about the Super episode. Take it off.
All right, so Dragon Ball Super episode 112.